The engine has torque, and despite the high-geared mission, the 6-speed cross mission makes it extremely easy to handle. I assume the European drivers don't push this car to the limit on circuits as often as Japanese users do. In such sense, the suspension, body rigidity, and road noise seem to be already at a pretty sufficient level. The engine torque also seems to be enough, but I'm a bit worried about the engine mount. If the vibration doesn't get worse at higher revs, it's okay, so this is just a little something to keep in mind. Now I'd like to ask a few things to Hashi-san, the person responsible for this car's development. So, Hashi-san, in the Japanese market, the Civic 4-door, the Civic 5-door, and the Stream was released a while ago. Now you have introduced the Civic 3-door model. Just how different is this car from its sister models?
Yes, this car does share some of the front parts with the 5-door models, but all the other parts toward the rear had been newly designed. So we consider this model a totally different car.
The 1.6-liter base model was very good. I understand that this Type R will be slightly modified for the Japanese market. Am I right?
Yes, since this car was developed in Europe, we had firstly made sure that the base model was suitable for European streets. On that foundation, we had designed the Type R to be the performance model, considering the unique European road conditions, such as the winding roads in UK and the Autobahn. As for the Japanese market, we would be focusing the setting more towards track use compared to the European edition. So the two cars will be slightly different in such respect.
I don't want to give you goosebumps by praising the car too much. So, how about I say something negative? Actually, I really couldn't find anything I didn't like about the 1.6-liter models. But if I were to nitpick on this Type R, I would say that the car's engine mount feels a little fragile when some harshness is felt from rough roads. Really, I might be trying too hard to say something bad, so it's not something to make a big deal about. Considering that this car will be further tuned for the Japanese market, I would like to know your views on this. I know such details are still in the works.
Well, we will further work with the car. Since this Type R is designed for the European market, we will need to increase the overall stability for the Japanese market so that drivers can safely enjoy the speed of this car. Compared to the former Civic, the overall length of the car and the wheelbase has been shortened. We have also worked on losing weight and to keep the car as compact as possible. With the increased engine capacity of 2 liters, I think this car's performance has very good potential.
So, folks, you heard it from the man in charge himself. I'll be looking forward to testing the Type R, which will be further refined for the Japanese market. For now, I'd like to take this car to the winding roads and see how it reacts at full throttle.
Please check it out.
The Manicourt circuit, which hosts the F1 Grand Prix, is located 190 miles south of Paris in the city of Nevers. The winding course situated beside the Grand Prix course is where the test will take place. Although it's a technical course with its combined corners, the circuit also has straightaways which enable full throttle and 4th gear. Furthermore, the slight gradient design of the circuit makes this track one of the best suited to check out the new Civic Type R. And here we go with Gon-san's full throttle impression. The weather was overcast. We waited until the road surface had dried from the rain earlier in the morning. Although the surface mu is fairly high, the newly paved surface and some dirt on the road make for tricky conditions.
ちょっとサーキット専用車じゃないからしょうがないけども、薄い車だけどな、日本のタイプあると違うからしょうがないかな。面白いよこれ。ここでのサーキットのシフトダウンなんかで若干気になったのは、エンジンマウントがベース車の 1.6 リッターのは全然問題ないんですけども、タイプ R の方が若干上下でエンジンがちょっと動いてるのと、ロールに対して多分バンプステアの変化だと思いますけども、ハンドリングで途中からちょっとこう変化するとこが若干気になったんでね、まあワインディング走ってる分には問題ないですけども、サーキットこの車はもちろんその日本のユーザーみたいにサーキットをギンギン走る車じゃないんで、まあ問題ないと思いますけども、これをベースに日本の今度タイプ R というものが多分将来出ると思うんですけども、そうなった時にはもうちょっとその辺の見直しをしていかないと辛いかなと、ちょっともう少し仕上げていかないとライバルのインテ R に明らかに負けてしまうなって感じがしました。まだ時間があるんでね、多分その辺は仕上がってくると思いますけども、エンジンも多分インテと同じ220馬力になると思いますんで、それは心配しなくていいかな。早くね、国内のシビックのタイプ R が出て、インテとちょっと違った味付けになって、こちらが値段が安くてほとんど性能が変わらないみたいなタイプ R になってほしいなというような気がします。それにはこのベースはしっかりできてるんでね、その辺は楽しみとして待ちたいと思います。
And now it's time for the ultimate battle. The fastest JDMs challenging the World All-Stars. Representing the FR is the Chevrolet Corvette Z51, suspension of which was praised by the Drift King. Punching out 350 horsepower from a massive 5.7-liter V8, the Corvette only weighs 1,470 kilograms from an FRP body over a steel tube frame, achieving a 51-49 weight distribution. Representing the midship cars is the Ferrari 360 Modena. Full aluminum bodywork contributes to the lightness of this car, which weighs in at 1,290 kilograms. crossed 6-speed transmission, and an almost racing engine-like unit that puts out 400 horsepower at 8,500 RPMs and 38 kilograms of torque. Obviously, the new turbo is chosen to represent the four-wheel drive supercars. 420 horses and 57 kilograms of torque have already proven its potential in various tests before. The four-wheel drive system is operated by a simple and light center viscous system. The gear ratio, which is crossed from third gear and above, will be a big advantage here at Sugo. The starting grid is set by each car's basic price. Value for money, the Lancer Evo 7.
今年の7はね、ちょっと僕のスーパーマシンガンシフトやってるとクラッチがキレが悪くなっちゃうんで、ちょっとウルトラスーパーソフトシフトに切り替えて、やってみます。
The GTR is in the second position.
さあバトルです。まあポルシェとかフェラーリとかコルベットが相手ですからね、まあ、勝ち目はないにしてもやれるだけやらないとね、日本を代表する車ですから。
Making its first appearance in best motoring, the Corvette.
いやー似合うでしょう。まあね、コルベットはね、アメリカが世界に誇るピュアスポーツですからね、まあ、こんなねちまちましたサーキットに合うかどうかは別として、まあ醍醐味みたいなのはね十分堪能してもらえると思います。
On the fourth grid is the NSX.
まあフェラーリ、ポルシェに負けないように格好じゃ負けてないと思うんで、頑張りたいと思います。
And who's behind the wheel of the Modena?
フェラーリ360です。似合いません。この忘れてきたスーツの代わりに着てるこのスーツ、フェラーリには全く似合ってません。まあそれはいいんですけど、ちょっとね乗ってみたらやっぱオーバーステア気味で、それをいかにこうパワーとうまくね合わせるかっていうのは難しいところですね。今日このメンバーの中でどのぐらいの速さかよーく見てください。
And it's Gonsan driving the four-wheel drive twin-turbo Porsche.
さあポルシェ、フェラーリ、ハイパー車を入れての国産ナンバー1、2、3とのバトルどうなりますか。ただこれスタートポジションがどうなってんだこれ。なんかランエバーとか GTR が前にいるってのはおかしいな。
And the battle's on to see who's the fastest. Both four-wheel drive JDMs get a good start. And the NSX with a rocket start holding third. Here's the replay from the last grid. That isn't cheating, is it, Gonsan?
行くとこがないよ。
The Corvette not able to start fast.
うわ、ポルシェと当たる。
The Evo 7 and GTR side by side, and the GTR gets the corner.
まあフェラーリのハイパワーをこっから危ねえ。
Corvette now doing well blocking the Modena. The top three are four-wheel drives. Is it the tires or the brakes? The GTR losing ground. Here's an opening for Nakaya's Evo 7. But right behind, Gonsan's turbos locked on the top two JDMs. 420 horses blasting by. Can the Porsche pass the top two in just one straightaway? A braking duel with the GTR. And the GTR with the quicker entering speed. Gonsan here waiting for the right moment. Tsuchi is serious. Gonsan's going for it too.